Feature-of-the-Day on tight end John Phillips. Here's Sara Eckert.
As a sixth-round draft pick in 2009, John Phillips was a welcome surprise in his first season as a third tight end, and he's continued to progress during training camp as he made the most out of Martellus Bennett, missing the first week due to an ankle injury.
So unfortunate he was out with a little injury, but allows me an opportunity to do some things that I couldn't do last year and working on the line and do a lot of different stuff. So I'm taking advantage of every opportunity I get.
Phillips is learning a lot from his mentor, Pro Bowl tight end Jason Witten.
You know, he leads by example with things he does. You can watch the way he carries himself. First-class player all the way, and you can pick up stuff in practice, on film, in games that he does that you can add to your own game and make yourself better.
He also receives helpful advice from the quarterbacks.
Whether it's how they see things, because the way we see things and they see things are different. So in meetings and stuff, they'll give little tips about what they think's open and what works better for them, and little moves and nods and stuff that they can pick up on with the ball they want it. So it's good feedback both ways.
Phillips bulked up in the offseason, which he says has helped him be more physical and bounce off linebackers running routes, and has given him more power on the line of scrimmage. And so far, he's had an impressive training camp.
Well, Phillips played really well. I think he took advantage of his opportunity, and he's a young player that works hard, goes about the right way, and had a great 3 or 4 days there at camp. It's good to see him improve like he has.
He got to play more what we call Y, or the tight end, because Martellus wasn't there, and he showed us he could do some good things there.
I mean, you always want to impress coaches out here and get the trust of your teammates, but it's early in camp. It's a long season, long camp, and you got to be continuous throughout the whole duration of camp.
With the Dallas Cowboys, I'm Sara Eckert.
And on our set now, Sara Eckert, and we welcome you. It's great to have you with us, and let's talk a little bit more about John Phillips.
Well, thank you for having me. I was wondering, with Martellus Bennett coming back to practice, how is that going to affect John Phillips?
Yeah, I think that the Cowboys were pretty set, Sarah, with 3 tight ends. They liked those 3 guys, Jason Witten, Martellus Bennett, and John Phillips. Now, he'll get maybe some fewer reps with the upper echelon groups with Martellus Bennett coming back, but I think they found out that he's more versatile now, that not only can he play that kind of fullback position, but he's gotten a little bit bigger in the offseason, which generally rookies do going into their second year, and he's a better blocker on the line of scrimmage. So I think they can give him some of those plays to handle, and they found out, I think, that they can rely on him. Maybe even actually Brad run some plays for him in the pass patterns.
Yeah, he gives him a lot more versatility. There's no question about that, because now you can run 3 tight end sets, especially in red zone and short yardage, and it doesn't have to just be a running play, and it doesn't have to be just a pass to Witten or Martellus Bennett, which people will think for a while. One of the interesting things is, you mentioned guys from their first year to the second year frequently make some physical adjustments as they understand a little bit more about the game. And the other thing that always interests me is how, as rookies, frequently they are a little uptight. They haven't kind of figured out who everybody is and who they can trust and what it's okay to say. And by their second year, they've figured it out a little better. Did you find him relaxed when he was talking to you? Did you find him kind of okay with being interviewed and that kind of thing?
Absolutely, and I think, with Martellus being out, he's been the subject. He's been a standout in camp so far, so a lot of people have been interviewing him. He's used to the questions already.
He's comfortable running in the open field. I think you're going to see number 48 a lot in the preseason.
And to me, just looking at him, he looks like the right size to be a blocker on the line of scrimmage, too. He's a big guy. So yeah, keep an eye on him. Scott Sicko, a lot of those guys are getting an opportunity, especially in these early preseason games.
And Scott Sicko, the free agent from New Hampshire, he's a little greener, but I say again, what football team doesn't want to have a player named Sicko on its roster?
Ba-boom, boom.
Sara, thanks very much. We appreciate having you with us.
Thank you.
And we also want to